Hello and welcome to today's podcast on Daily Dose. This is a program on Victor Inspires that brings to you sustainable and workable principles for your transformation in order for you to live your best life and be the best you. My name is Victor John Adet and I'm super excited to connect with you today. On our previous podcast, we talked about before you quit, try again. A lot of people had gone through a lot of things, a lot of challenges in life because the world right now is full with ups and downs, with a lot of distraction and everyone trying to meet up with goals, everyone trying to attain success in life, but yet being deterred by the challenges they face and they not being able to meet up with the time allocated to most of their goals, and it becomes worrisome, it becomes burdensome, saying that see if you are doing something and there is no headway, there is no positive result. Before you quit, try again. Could it be that this last trial could give you your breakthrough? Could it be that this last trial is all you need for you to attain, to get to the heights you've been aspiring for? So if you haven't listened to a previous podcast, I will encourage you to do so in order for you to get maximum value out of it, because I believe that podcast was for somebody, and indeed it was, because I'd received feedback all this while I've been absent. I've been receiving feedback concerning especially the last podcast we had, how impactful it has been. So if you are listening to this podcast today, after this podcast today, I will encourage you to go listen to our previous podcast so that you can be blessed and you can get maximum value out of it. On today's podcast, we will be discussing about something important. Actually, we have been discussing about something important, but today is going to be disruptive. And we will be talking about you and your mindset. When we come back from this short break, we will be discussing about you and your mindset. Don't go away. I'll be right back. You and your mindset. Roger Clem says, and I quote, "I think anything is possible if you have the mindset, the will and desire to do it, and put the time in." Have you ever wondered why some people seem to shine in any sphere in which they choose to exert themselves, and others cannot manage even a glimmer despite obvious talents? Research shows that it's the way that we think about ourselves and our ability that really counts. Who you are today and what you have achieved so far is a result of your mindset, because our mind is our production room. If you remember vividly well, when we began this program, we talked extensively about mental transformation. And there we talk about the mind, because our mind is a production room, just like you have a factory. And in the production room, you will have the production room consists of a lot of things where you bring in all the materials and you mix the materials into a desired finished product. So our mind is just like the production room, where a lot of informations, a lot of thoughts goes in, and what you process out of your mind is what you live by. All right. So you need to be careful about your mind, what goes in, because your mind is your production room. Reason is because your mindset is your collection of thoughts and beliefs that shape your thought habits. And your thought habits affect how you think, what you feel, and what you do. Your mindset impacts how you make sense of the world and how you make sense of yourself. To have a better understanding of the mind, I'd like you to listen to our first podcast on mental transformation, first and second podcast on mental transformation in order for you to understand the mind. We spoke extensively about the mind and what we need to do in order to have the right mindset. Okay, there are two types of mindsets. Carol S. Dweck, in her book Mindsets: The New Psychology of Success, describes two different mindsets: a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their basic qualities, like their character, intelligence, or creative ability, are simply fixed traits which cannot change in any meaningful way. They spend their time documenting their intelligence or talents instead of developing them. They also believe that talent alone creates success without effort. And secondly, a growth mindset. This set of people with a growth mindset believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. So brains and talent are just the starting point. This view creates a love for learning and resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. So your mindset plays a critical role in how you cope with life's challenges. When facing a problem such as trying to find a new job, people with growth mindsets shows greater resilience. They are more likely to persevere in the face of setbacks, while those with fixed mindsets are more liable to give up. Dweck writes that fixed mindsets tend to create a need for approval. On the other hand, the growth mindset results in hunger for learning, a desire to work and discover new things. When people with a growth mindset try and fail, they tend not to view it as a failure or disappointment. Instead, it is a learning experience that can lead to growth and change. What is your mindset? Have you discovered your mindset? Do you have a fixed or growth mindset? To find out, start by studying the following statements and decide which ones you agreed with the most. Number 1, people have a certain amount of intelligence and there isn't any way to change it. Number 2, people are capable of changing who they are. Number 3, no matter who you are, there isn't much you can do to improve your basic abilities and personality. Number 4, you can learn new things and improve your intelligence. Number 5, people either have particular talents or they don't. You can't just acquire talent of things like music, writing, art, or athletics. Number 6, studying, working hard, and practicing new skills are all ways to develop new talents and abilities. If you tend to agree with statements 1, 3, and 5, then you have a fixed mindset. If you agree with statements 2, 4, and 6, however, you have a growth mindset. Dweck says, teaching a growth mindset creates motivation and productivity in the worlds of business, education, and sports. It enhances relationships. Therefore, there is need to develop a growth mindset because it helps us unleash our potentials and become successful in every aspect of our lives. Henry Stanley Haskin says, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Therefore, friends, our mindset shapes what lies behind us, before us, and within us. I believe you got value from today's podcast. Until I come your way tomorrow, my name remains Victor John Edet. Be the best you.